In the months following, we learned that he wasn't simply man. He was, in fact, the new face of Mark Fowler Jr., taking over the role from Ned Porteous. Tumbling through the front door of Uncle Phil Mitchell, Steve McFadden, beaten half to death by the dangerous drugs gang he'd gotten himself wrapped up in. Though, as a TikTok revealed this weekend, Mark isn't the first character Steven has embodied on the soap. In fact, Steven's true Albert Square debut came all the way back in 2020, when he played a suave delivery driver, dropping a car off for Sonia Fowler, Natalie Cassidy. "Keys are in the dash and there's a note," he said before heading away as Whitney Dean Shona McGarty teased Sonia as to whether or not he was her new boyfriend. The clip made its way onto TikTok over the weekend, with fans shocked that Steven had previously appeared on EastEnders prior to becoming Mark. "One thing about EastEnders, they're going to recycle an actor," said a commenter. "I didn't even know he had been on it before," said another. Steven Aaron Sipple before EastEnders. Steven previously took to Instagram to discuss his journey in the acting world, revealing that he'd worked as a firefighter prior to landing the role. He uploaded a carousel of images taken throughout his career in the emergency services. "Quick story, 10 years ago I was a struggling actor, my daughter was born, and my family needed stability, a word not used very often in the acting world," he began the caption. "I was very lucky to be able to fulfill another childhood dream and became a London firefighter. A job that has taught me so much about myself, about life, about loss, about gratitude. It gave me a home away from home with some of the greatest, bravest and most giving people in the world. We experienced together, we rescued together, we mourned together, we laughed through the tough times and were shoulders through the tougher times. Although I move on to the next chapter of my journey, to be able to tell stories, hopefully to entertain and intrigue people with my performances, I say goodbye to the place that helped me become the person I am." F32 Stoke Newington Red Watch. "I love you brothers and sisters, I hope I always make you proud." FF Sipple Fall Out. He also used social media to display his stunning body transformation, having undertaken a new diet and exercise regime after being diagnosed with diabetes at age 29. Steven had previously discussed his health journey following the life-changing diagnosis with Men's Health magazine in 2019. "I've always been a bit of a yo-yo in terms of my weight. When my daughter was born, I piled on the weight very quickly because I suddenly stopped exercising. I was so tired. Life outside of being a dad became about ease. Not exercising was the easy option. Getting takeaway was the easy option. I don't like saying it about myself, but I chose the lazy option every time. I didn't realize at the time, but me choosing the easy option when I was tired was me digging myself into a deeper hole mentally and physically. I had abused my body so much that a part of it stopped working properly. An early death was the lightbulb moment I needed to really take back control of my health. I read everything and anything to do with fitness and healthy eating, including Men's Health, and honestly the simplest way to lose weight is to eat a little less and exercise a little more. I know, shocking, right?" EastEnders fans were left completely stunned after discovering that the actor behind Mark Fowler Jr. has actually appeared on the BBC soap years before taking on his current role. The revelation has sparked a wave of excitement among viewers, with many rushing to social media to share their disbelief. While Mark Fowler Jr. has become a familiar face in Walford, eagle-eyed fans recently uncovered a surprising connection to the show's past that few had noticed. The actor's return to Albert Square wasn't his first trip to the iconic set. Long before he became part of one of EastEnders' most famous families, he had already stepped into the world of Walford in a much smaller role. At the time, his appearance was brief and largely forgotten, but now fans are revisiting old episodes and spotting the unexpected cameo. The discovery has reignited discussions about EastEnders' long history of recycling talented actors. Over the decades, several stars have appeared in minor roles before returning years later as completely different characters. However, this latest revelation has caught viewers off guard, because of how closely linked Mark Fowler Jr. is to one of the soap's most beloved legacies. Mark Fowler Jr. carries the weight of an iconic surname. As the son of the legendary Mark Fowler, expectations were always high for the character's return. Fans have embraced the new chapter, praising the actor for bringing depth, emotion, and a modern edge to the role. Yet nobody expected his own EastEnders journey to stretch back much further than they realized. Social media quickly exploded with reactions after clips of the actor's earlier appearance resurfaced online. Some viewers admitted they had watched the old episodes countless times without recognizing him, while others were amazed by how much he had changed over the years. One fan wrote that they were completely shocked after seeing the comparison, while another joked that Walford must be a very small place if characters and actors keep finding their way back. The surprise has only increased interest in Mark Fowler Jnr's future storylines. As the character becomes more deeply involved in the drama of Albert Square, viewers are paying closer attention than ever. For many, learning about the actor's hidden EastEnders history has added an extra layer of intrigue to every scene. Soap fans love uncovering behind-the-scenes secrets, and this latest revelation is exactly the kind of twist that keeps audiences talking. While dramatic storylines usually dominate the headlines, sometimes it's the unexpected discoveries off-screen that create the biggest buzz. Whether you're a longtime EastEnders viewer or a newer fan, one thing is clear. The actor playing Mark Fowler Jr. has come full circle. What started as a small appearance years ago has evolved into a major role at the heart of Walford, proving that in the world of soaps, you should never say never. And judging by the reaction online, fans are still trying to get over the shock. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to EastEnders Spoilers Official.